Okay, so are you still scared of COVID?
No, I'm not. No, I've had all the shots and I wear my mask when required to, so I'm not bothered about it at all. I recently visited England, and when I was using the tube, nobody was using masks, and I didn't get any illness whatsoever from it. So no, it's for me. It's done its dash, and we should be getting back to a more normal lifestyle.
What was it like seeing people live a bit more freely over in England compared to here?
It was great. It just brought back the sense of normality. And when you're always meeting people with a mask on, it's just not the same. We're a social people, and it's not really nice to see people this way, masked up all the time. It is necessary, and we should all follow the advice.
So if it is necessary, but it's nice to see people without them, do you think we should stop using them here?
I think we should take the best expert advice. I would like to stop it now. It's something I don't like wearing the masks, and I would really like to stop it. But when the experts say it's safe to, that's when I'll stop.
Have you had COVID?
No,
I have. I had it for, I think it was about 2 days that I had it for.
I've never had it. I've nothing. No, I haven't even had a bad cold since the lockdown. So yeah, again, that's probably why I'm not so frightened of it. If I had it, I might be a bit more wary. So yeah.
Oh, nice. And do you think the government here did a good job?
By and large, they did, and again, they listened to their experts, and they put out enough guidelines for us all to follow. I'd wish we'd got the vaccinations earlier than they did. Apart from that, then I think they have done a very reasonable job in very trying circumstances.
Is there anything that you would have changed about their approach?
Other than getting the shots to people sooner, and I think there could have been more of we need to get this done, folks. We can't be too liberal on who's going to have it and who's not going to have it. We need to, toe the line on this one, get it out of the way.
So you think people should have been made to get vaccinated that didn't want to be?
Not so much made, but with as much encouragement as we could have done. There should have been more encouragement to get these vaccinations done, but not made. We're not that kind of people. We don't like being made to do things.
People that weren't vaccinated weren't allowed to go and buy coffees, they weren't allowed to go into their kids' schools. Like, what else do you think the government could have done?
Again, more actively getting on, saying, campaigns that, look, we need this, we need to show people we cannot have our hospitals overrun with, poorly people because you haven't been vaccinated. I think the World Health said it was now a pandemic of the unvaccinated, which made it slightly unfair for people who'd gone to the effort of getting vaccinated. That's all I would say on that.
Did you look at the data between countries with high vaccination rates and low vaccination rates?
No, I wasn't that interested. I said once I was sorted, that was it. I did what I had to do, and that's it. As I say, I still wear the mask because I'm required to.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for talking with us. I really appreciate it. Okay. All right, so are you guys still afraid of COVID?
No, not really.
No, I've had it, so I know what it is, so I'm not really scared of it.
Was it as bad as you thought it would be?
No.
For me, yes. I was out like a light for 5 days. I couldn't move, couldn't get out of bed. It was horrible.
Do you think the government did a good job with COVID?
I think so, absolutely.
Compared to other countries, yeah.
Which country do you think dealt with it the worst?
America was pretty trouble, I think.
All together now. Yeah. America.
Do you think that the government did a good job handling COVID?
With the limited information that we had to deal with a pandemic of this size, I think they did the best they could.
And do you think the media did a good job with what they put out around COVID?
No. I think a lot of misinformation, a bit of fear-mongering and things like that. So,
do you think the government was a bit harsh on unvaccinated people?
I don't think I have a comment. I don't know.
Okay, so are you still scared of COVID?
Me personally, no, I don't think so. I think the variations that we've gone through now, it seems to be, I seem to have got my head around a little bit. People have gone through it and they're okay, so I haven't had it yet, but I feel okay about it at this point.
Awesome. Do you think kids should still be wearing masks in schools?
Oh, it's a good question. I think maybe when there's a spike within the school, maybe I've got 2 young kids that this term are having to wear masks, and I mean they're all playing with each other outside and interacting anyway, so it's probably more of a choice thing, I think.
And do you think the government did a good job handling COVID?
Look, could anyone else have done better? I'm not sure. No one had been through it before. Can you look back and pull it apart and say they could have done things better? Absolutely. But until you're in that position in a leadership role like that, I think it's quite difficult.
Do you think the media did a good job when it came to COVID?
I think the media did an excellent job, and supported by government as well. I work for government. Yeah, so I have to, no, I think they did a really good job, and I think a lot of people said that it was fear mongering, but I think it was just because a lot of New Zealanders were really affected by COVID and ended in hospital.
Do you think the government was a bit harsh on people that were unvaccinated?
Yes and no. Personally, if you ask me, I'm against mandated anything, but at the same time, we're a part of like a greater society. So I think that maybe it was necessary. So I'm undecided on that one because it's a tough one. I support women's right to choose. So therefore, body autonomy is big for me.
Yeah, awesome. So are you still scared of COVID?
No.
Why not?
I've had it. Pretty much everybody's had it. And maybe it'll come back again, but as long as we're careful, it should be okay.
Was it as bad as you thought it would be?
No. No. 2 years ago, yes, it would have been terrible, but now, nah.
And do you think the government did a good job handling COVID?
It's not my government because we don't live here.
Where are you guys from?
Singapore.
Oh, wow. Are you just here on
So-
holiday?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's actually we've talked to so many tourists today, and it's so nice to see people come back into New Zealand, so thank you for coming.
Delighted, yeah. As soon as the borders opened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good on you. More
yeah.
people need to do the same.
Yeah. The government needs to let a few more people in as well to work.
Yes,
Because that's the big thing everybody must notice is that there's just businesses are not open because they can't get the staff.
What's it like in Singapore with COVID? Is it similar to here, or do they have a lot more staff?
A lot more staff. Yeah, there's a lot more people in Singapore. So an awful lot more service industry and everything. It's all supported. So
Did they lock down in Singapore as hard as they did in New Zealand? Do you know?
yes, but we had two big lockdowns. One because we actually left New Zealand on the 19th of March 2020. We were the last flight out of Queenstown and went into COVID, our self-imposed COVID in Singapore. And then Singapore decided to do a full lockdown for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, I can't remember. And then we got freer again. But we're still wearing masks when we left Singapore a month ago. So it's still, Asia's very good at dealing with swine flu and bird flu and
The next big thing seems to be monkeypox. Would you be doing the monkeypox vaccine and all of that?
I haven't even thought about it, to be honest. And for you guys here, it's the flu, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently.
Everybody seems to be
Yeah.
much more concerned about getting the flu than they are about getting COVID. So I think because COVID's kind of lost its newsworthiness.
You got to ramp up something else. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't really want it though, do we?
Are you still afraid of COVID?
No, I don't think so. You just got to remain cautious and just carry on, I think.
Nice. Have you had COVID? Did you catch it?
No, I've been lucky enough not to, so I've still been pretty careful though.
Yeah. Awesome. Good on you. And do you think the government did a good job handling COVID?
Yeah, I think so. They would have the best information they had possible, and they probably used it as effectively as they could.
Awesome.